Welcome everyone to the very first Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus Eden Streak run by me. So, chances are none of you guys, or at least assuming that I haven't released those videos, which hopefully I don't, but chances are you were able to see the progress that I went through trying to unlock the last few items that I needed with the daily runs. I did a couple of test records with that, but now I finally got it. I finally got the Horf Pill, which was the last item that I actually needed, even though I still technically haven't finished the game 100%, but that's just a lack of finding items. But the point is, I have everything unlocked, which is the important bit. And with that, that means that I can at least, with peace of mind, start my Eden streak. So, in advance, I'm just going to go ahead and say sorry for the amount of audio quality that there will be for probably most of the episodes, because I don't have like the best setup right now, but that's honestly mm, not the biggest concern for me right now. I kind of just want to see how far I can go with this, you know? It's for fun. So let's just not delay and get to it. I went ahead and lost the previous streak that I had. I don't even remember how much I had, but yeah, we're starting off in a blank slate here. We got Eden. Let's get to it. Hopefully we get pretty far before we eventually die and just have to start over. So yeah, let's just not make this introduction any longer and let's get to it. Alright, we got... First of all, like, I guess I gotta get used to read the seed because that's just something that people normally do, so... The seed for this run is GMNL8X0V. We got pretty good tears rate. That's the first thing I'm noticing. We don't have the best movement speed, although it doesn't really bother me right now, being so early on in that floor. We got pretty good damage and pretty good chop speed. Honestly, a pretty good start. We get Little Hong, which sure, I'll take him. We also start with multi-dimensional wavy and the sprinkler, which is a pretty good item, honestly. Potentially really fun, especially when you start getting weird or just like really strong tier effects. Little Honk here also, it's kind of just it's not anything to write home about, but I guess he's there. He does a little bit of extra damage. We get a Niccolo, which is really good, really lucky too. It's got a pretty good start. We don't have a lot of HP, but it's enough to at least get W, I guess, and survive. With it being a single heart and a single soul heart, good enough for me. Pretty sure super secret room is here. Yep. And we no, thank you. And talking about trinkets, we got the Shy Leech, which is okay, I guess, and we got a soul heart from there, which is good. We fight against Monstro, so we might as well just drop this. And honestly, at least we, like, not gonna lie, one of my biggest concerns for this, like starting the Eden Streak for the first time, was specifically like starting off with a horrible run. But honestly, this is as good of a start as you can get, you know? Yeah, you can get some pretty bad starts, but this is like up there with the best. We just need a little bit more movement speed. We get Pajyan Boy, whatever. And let's just go down. Forgive me if you saw the mouse at the top of the screen just for a second. I had to change some brightness settings and I accidentally moved the mouse a little bit too far. So then, how is this gonna work then? Right now, I really don't have anything set up, not gonna lie. YouTube channel is still pretty much as you'd expect for anybody that just browses YouTube instead of uploading content. But over time, I'll eventually get everything together. I'm not sure if I will get channel art or I'll just like mess around in Photoshop or something, try to come up with something, but I'll get the basics done. By the time that this recording goes out, it probably is going to be already done, but well, hopefully it will be done. But for now, it's kind of like it's not done, so gotta get that. Took a little bit of bad damage, but that's okay. Get Han, which is great. Which is a little bit funny seeing how we have Little Han, but sure, I probably put the sprinkler a little bit on top, so maybe it would have clipped Han himself. Right now, all I really care about is just getting the devil view. I wish I would have like a little bit more than just 3.5 stars, because that will at least give me the possibility of getting more than 2 W items. Or we could just get a 3, that works too. And we get Guppy, or not Guppy, 9 lives. I don't know why I just think of Guppy immediately that I see 9 lives, because I guess it is literally Guppy. Like Guppy's body, you know? So yeah, with 9 lives, it kind of makes this a little bit, not completely, but a little bit more trivial. See how we have a lot of leniency whenever or however things go, you know? Not gonna lie, I was not necessarily aiming for the secret room to be there, but should have gone a little bit faster. Nah, I'm gonna stick with Shadow Leech. I don't really want the random. Oh, I don't really need poker chip. And also, of course, this also goes without saying, but this is pretty much like the like I already got a couple of test runs done, obviously, but that doesn't mean that I'm any perfect in commentary yet. So expect a lot of just novice mistakes, a lot of pacing, a lot of pauses every now and then. So forgive me for that, but that's just something that's just going to eventually get better. And like I said before, like the biggest point of doing this pretty much is just, I guess, like I'm interested in just doing an EXP, you know, like I want to see how far I can get with this, you know, and that shooting had absolutely no tell. I should have honestly expected that, or at least expected him to shoot, but I don't know, I was waiting for the animation. Alright, so I only just want to see how far I can get with this. And technically I could even go for a non-commentary style and just like play the game, but that's not as fun, you know? Okay, at least we got another key, so I can feel a little bit better about going to the item room instead of the store, although I guess it doesn't hurt going to the store first. I'm trying to like go to every single door, like including the double lock door. Get a sword, so that's good. Do we need trinket smelter? I do like sprinkler though. Yeah, we'll just stick with what we have, and we might as well buy the third card, Hermit card, okay. And buy the bomb because we can. Let's go to item room, and that should be the end of the floor, unless we get something else, like more keys, hopefully. Okay. And we get Jawbone, so which is, of course, an item that exists. Doesn't really do much. So with that, let's just head on down. And we get Curse of Excel, which is actually not... Well, it's kind of bad, honestly. Especially after having like 100% deal level done, and now we have 33% for the only double deal that we'll be getting this floor, so that's already great. Alright, now, admittedly, yes, I'm saying that Jawbone is kinda useless, sure, but it kinda isn't as well, because basically Jawbone is this white, well, Jawbone that you see on the, like, just spinning around. What it essentially does is just acts as a boomerang follower. It's like, well, it acts like the boomerang spacebar item, but just as a follower. And instead of activating every time that you hit the spacebar button, it just works every time that you shoot, in the direction that you shoot as well. Really, the only real use that it has is just getting items for you, but honestly, if you have flying, that just completely becomes useless. Like, there's barely any use for it. Hopefully we get something a little bit more interesting in this, and let's just pass on that. No thank you. Game breaking bug, I don't need you. Libra's interesting because not only is it, again, interesting, but it leaves the possibility of things going very, very wacky depending on what items we get. So definitely gonna be taking it. Of course, with this, like, all I'm expecting right now is just the wacky combo of Soy Milk Libra. Like, that would just, right now, this isn't necessarily like a run to fuss much about, but it's there, it's something. We're gonna go down to half a heart here before using the August, because it might as well. We got time, we could still make boss rush, so I'm gonna go back to the store. We may also, we definitely had to make use of it too, because after getting an Excel floor here, like, we're gonna have less doors, which just means more chances of being just messed up by having like a grease fight when we didn't want it. I'm not gonna take IV bag either. Technically, it could lead to a broken run, depending on how things go, but I don't really need it. If I had to say, the sword probably is down here. Nope. Yeah, this room is a little bit dangerous, but we can get through it. Not gonna go to that room because the chance of the store to be there is pretty low. Secret room should be below here, I believe. Also, make no mistake, I am not an expert when it comes to finding secret rooms. Like, this is just something that I just kind of have a, like, I can kind of feel them out every now and then, but it's like, I mean, so far I haven't missed any, but and we might as well bump the keeper ourselves to at least increase a little bit the chances of us getting that devil deal. And of course, it's not over here. You might want to step up our speed a little. We could use the hammer car, I know that, but kind of gonna leave it for boss rush. Maybe we can just take an item and just dip. Went a little bit too fast, not gonna lie. That was completely my fault. I mean, game, if you would like to provide me with the store, that would be very much appreciated. I kind of want to move on with the floor. Also, watch me just get another teleportation card in next floor, and then completely make the fact that I'm holding on to the hermit card completely useless. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I would have definitely continued on with the floor without actually going to the secondary room because I completely forgot it even existed. We got mom's contact, which good. But yeah, like I'm honestly glad that I decided to go look for the store because like I completely forgot the fact that there was even a secondary room. Even though it's an XL floor and that's just kind of obvious. Ace of Spades, which no thank you. Oh, we do get a pretty good store. Either one of the candle items would be good, but sprinkler is fun. Nah, I'm not really going for fun. And between the two, I kind of do like blue candle more, so let's go for that. We might as well also stock up on health. Buddy in the box is not bad, but it's not your time. Obviously we're gonna be taking restock. And honestly, I'm just gonna continue on. We might as well save as much money as we can for potentially better stores, and also I really wanna move on with this. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, we really gotta step it up if we wanna get anywhere. At this rate, we could still make bosses, but it's gonna be a little bit of a stretch. We get Dark One, which is great, honestly, because that just means a free W item. Yeah, Blue Candle was definitely the right call here. And obviously, nothing wrong with Sprinkler, but you know, with that, like, I have no guarantees of being able to get like a wacky run that will. Okay, that was completely my fault. I shouldn't have been below him. Yeah, there's no guarantee for me to actually be able to get like a, and we get chat by the way, so that's gonna be already an item that just does not matter. Just guaranteed. Yeah, like with Sprinkler, I don't have any guarantee that we'll be able to get anything that will actually make Sprinkler interesting, so I might also just go for the guaranteed good damage. Also in the W. I guess I can't complain too much about it though, since its chance was pretty low. But you do gotta acknowledge the fact that that's his 2 W's missed pretty much, which would have been like 30, another token, another 33, which, or like what would have been the 32 that we had here, but then we also lose a potential 66%, I don't remember the exact number, a potential 66%, which would have or could have at least been the W, you know? So we just completely lose that chance. We might also check out what's in here. We got a lot of keys and bombs. Ooh, I should have probably waited until I actually got the golden bomb, but that's fine. Well, with the golden bomb, at least we can now check every single, or at least every single skull that we find, or at least that I remember to check. For maybe black cards, you know, and such. So that's good. Could also work as damage if we really need it, but with blue candle, we're probably good enough, honestly. Okay, I kind of backed myself up into that corner, not gonna lie. Did blue candle just cancel itself? Did I do something wrong? Like, I'm pretty sure I used it. Did I like double tap it? Can you cancel it? Oh my god, I actually did not know this. you actually can cancel Blue Candle by tapping it twice. So today I learned, I guess. Even then, that's kind of not what I expected or like what I intended to do. And there we go, just as predicted, a freeze fight. Hopefully we don't get one in the next floor, and I shouldn't have mentioned it because now we're almost guaranteed to get it. We might as well get the monkey paw because that actually does something, or potentially does something compared to Shadow Leech, which barely does anything for us at this present moment. And anytime, if you would like game, I would like to see my iron room so I can move on with the floor and again, hopefully make boss rush. You know, if you would like to provide me with the iron room, that would be pretty swell. I feel like we're going to the boss at this point. Yeah, this is definitely the way to the boss, and if it isn't, then, well, beat me. Yep. And honestly, at this point, part of me even kind of wants, like, I wouldn't completely be against, like, skipping an iron room, just, well, actually, I wouldn't be fine with myself skipping an iron room, seeing how boss rush isn't always, like, amazing. And we get yet another guaranteed not very great item. So awesome. We get 2 for 2s. First we get a little chat, now we get a gish. And again, of course, neither of these items are anything necessarily bad, but you're not giving me options here. Like, you're just giving me items that are going to guarantee not be of much use to me. And of course, after getting an XL4 with 33%, and then the very next guaranteed devil deal that we get is Krampus. Ooh boy. Yeah, at this rate, if we ever do make boss, which is going to be a miracle, I'm gonna keep the candle just because. Yeah, honestly, blame the game for this, but like boss rush is dead at this point. Like, even if I skip the item room and just like hightail it towards, just hightail it, okay, and just hightail it towards the boss maybe. Like, not only would I have to skip both item rooms, assuming that things just don't line up perfectly for me, but I'm also going to have to like actually go directly towards the direction that I want to go, which is very unlikely, as you can obviously deduct. So yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt it. Although we do get Judgment, which I guess it could keep. If the Devil Deal is still open, which it could be, then we could play him there and possibly get an actual item instead of just Krampus. 2 clubs, sure. Alright, so if I were an item, I would probably be here. Yep, okay, thank you. Hey, at least I got that right. That shot was a lot lower and a lot closer than what I was expecting. I don't need this. Even though it's obviously it's not a bad item, but I feel like I could do better. Use a shadow. Normally, use a shadow is a good take, but since we already have 9 lives, we will have to burn through all those 9 lives to actually get to use shadow. And even if come to benefits, nah. No, I'll take Flatstone. Flatstone is fun. And yeah, I guess that'll just be the end of this floor and we'll just go down. Hopefully we get Mama Mega or something and we can actually... Yeah, hopefully we get Mama Mega and actually get to do boss rush. Freddy Fly, which is good, great. We might as well bomb all these. And we got another golden moth, so that's good. At least bombs won't be a problem throughout most of this, or like honestly, like throughout the whole run. Like we're not gonna be needing that many bombs, especially since we don't use them for offense right now. Now that you think about it, you normally... Oh, I'm actually surprised to grab me. I thought I moved out of the way first. I thought I was gonna get contact damage by it by running into the side of it, but not actually grabbed by it. But yeah, like, if you think about it actually, I did not see that champion, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty dark and I'm not full screen right now, so in terms of what I can see, it's kind of limited. But yeah, like if you think about it, you only really use bombs for offense, either if you have sap bombs, some other kind of wacky bomb upgrade like Dr. Feet or something, or specifically if you have like such low damage that you might as well just use bombs for to actually do something against enemies or bosses specifically. But we're not in a position where that's the case, so we're barely gonna be using these bombs. But they're still nice to have. I mean, I could use them against grubs, especially since I have a limit of them. Ooh, and with Mr. Mega, that's just gonna be a lot of damage. Then the party, okay. So right now, what I'm mostly caring about right now is just getting to the store. Again, hopefully it's not gonna be a greed fight. We got room back, which is great. Now we gotta try not to get hit here because I wanna preserve this half so hard so we can possibly take multiple W's. Now of course well, not of course, it's more like we could just like take them anyways and just like keep on reviving with 9 lives now, but if I can help it, I'm not trying to just keep them the lives. Like I don't have to like go head first trying to just lose all my lives for no reason. Here. So far, this is honestly kind of a slow run, but that's not necessarily like it's not in a bad way that I'm saying, you know? It's the kind of run that's like, especially with 9 lives, I can kind of, almost, sort of, probably guarantee that we're gonna be winning this without much issue at least. I could just walk into the very first enemy that comes, every single enemy that comes, and just lose all my HP in the same room. That could also happen. Let's just not do that again, shall we? Take care of the champion first because that's just disaster waiting to happen. I mean, if you could give me the store though, game, that would be appreciated. So yeah, the chances of us getting a W on that's pretty dang low, but hey, you can all be so bright. At least we don't get a grease fire in the store, which is appreciated. Might as well get at least one soul heart out of this. We get chaos, which is pretty much just guaranteeing that I won't get anything worth it from from boss rush almost, even if I go there. And it'll make it really hard for me to get my Omega. So I'm not. Let's continue. Well, it's half off item and we do have restock, so I might as well take it. I don't remember what Pandora's box gives in this floor, but I'm not gonna take it, so I guess, yeah, money's good. This gives me a few more purchases. Tier detonator. Potato should be this good because it gives me an orbital. Backpack, yeah. Backpack's good. We get sharp plug, moving box, which okay, more options, which is worthless at this point. And we get the Bible. Okay, not bad honestly. Although I would have liked a lot more usage out of this. Actually, before we go, let's actually see what the boss trap room has. Maybe it can give me a little bit more money. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, no. So yeah, that wasn't great. But hey, what you gonna do? We don't need any more bombs, and keys are not much of an issue either, so not entirely happy about that payout. I was hoping for money, specifically. I'm only really focusing on using bombs here because, well, we do have the Golden Bomb and we do have Mr. Mega, so that's gonna be a lot of damage right off the bat, so I might as well get use of that. I could also, well, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna be looking for the secret room, but oh, and there's the money that I was asking for. I was just about to say that I'm not even gonna attempt looking for the secret room, but of course, like, I'm already putting a record of just finding everything at first try, which is pretty cool. Although it's very unlike me. I want more options, not gonna lie, so kinda gonna go a little bit far for this. Yeah, we might as well just clear a few more rooms, hopefully get it. Answers. I mean, I'm not gonna be... Yeah, this is a little bit hard. I'm probably gonna end up... Oh yeah, right. We already tried to do this room once and it failed. I'm probably gonna end up bombing this judgment instead of using it in the W that I'm not even sure is going to happen. Specifically because I want to take the answers room with me like on the next floor. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it didn't really do much, so let's get options and let's just keep on moving. Making it to mom on 30 minutes, that's pretty great. And by great I mean not great, but that's fine. I'm not really going for speed. I mean, I was going for a boss rush, hopefully, but that's just not gonna happen this time, so. And finally, my streak is broken. Of just finding every single room. Ooh, I should have laid that down a little bit faster. I shouldn't even be laying bombs because by the time that I lay them, they're just almost gonna be gone. Although blue candle is still very much useful. Yeah, Blue Candle was a pretty big pickup, honestly. And no W, as to be sort of expected, and let's just go down. Despite everything though, this is most certainly a one run at this point. I mean, assuming that I don't mess up horribly like I did last time. I wish I would have seen the Prairie Fly pill first before actually consuming the bird pill, but you know, that's fine. Both of these are gonna help out for the W chance, which is almost guaranteed at this point, and we get the Prairie Fly anyway, so... Although now that I see it, actually... Meat Boy actually, or at least Cube of Me actually takes the slaughter one of the flies actually, I did not know that. But that's fine, it pretty much works the same. I'm gonna use bombs to push this, because I am interested in hopefully getting something interesting out of here. Especially with us having Mom's Key, we're gonna be getting pretty good payouts, including an item at the end, so that's good. Mystery Sack. Both of these sacks being a very good items that just... I pretty much realized how that was gonna be worded right as it came out of my mouth, so... can't really blame me for that one. So in terms of this, yeah, this is... I can't... Well, if I didn't have 9 lives, then yes, this would be a little bit of a stretch to say that we're already at a 1-1, because right now we're sitting with 3 HP. Not amazing damage, especially not for us being in the room. And like, decently average stats after that, but again, since we have 9 lives, it's kind of... it doesn't feel scary, you know? I feel like we're on a good place. Although that goes until we get the matriarch. So obviously this is not very good. Not a fan. Very much not a fan. Very much not a fan. Then look. At least we get through this without too much. Okay, let me just not speak before actually finishing it. Like, I was hoping to keep that Soul Heart matriarch. Okay, at least we get it back, you know. I could go for another trinket slot, but actually I will go for the other trinket slot because we really don't need any more shot speed. That Black Soul Heart is going to be a little bit unnecessary here. Taking Ghostway because I might as well. And contract from below. I mean, it's a contract from below? I didn't even read it. I'm pretty sure it is. Even more Curse of Darkness, which honestly is more annoying than anything. Lock down. 1 makes you small though, which is good in this case. Obviously it kind of makes Isaac a little bit harder to see, but if you didn't know, okay. Well, at least we're getting payouts from Monkey Paw. But yeah, like I was about to say, Actually, what was I about to say? I just completely lost my train of thought there because of the deaths, the sudden deaths. Hmm. Yeah, I just completely forgot. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, they won't make you spawn. It actually does. What I was gonna say specifically is that the pill actually makes you, or every time that Isaac's hitbox gets smaller, it's not just a visual change. It actually makes your hitbox smaller. So it's only very slight, but it's a little bit beneficial. You know, it could end up being the difference between being able to dodge a shot or not touching an enemy and not, or doing so. You know. But of course, the fact that you become a little bit harder to actually pinpoint where you are because of your decreased hitbox size or your decreased view of yourself, you know. Yeah, that could be a pretty bad factor in terms of like causing more damage, you know. But I should be fine. And you can even get small enough to where you can't even go to curse rooms without taking damage through the door. Which is something I actually found out a good while ago, but it actually surprised me that that was the case. And in case you ask, the same does not apply to increasing the hitbox of Isaac. That one is purely visual. So you could technically take a bunch of what makes you smaller pills and make yourself very tiny, then go right back and just immediately take a bunch of size increasing pills or items or something. And then you'll have the hitbox of really tiny Isaac but have the size of like massive Isaac. Which looks and behaves very weird. We just keep getting we just keep getting these. I'm not gonna turn them down either. Doesn't matter how many of them you give me, game. I'm just gonna keep on popping them. Like, you think I fear going subatomic levels of small? Do not challenge me, game. Cause I would. Although admittedly, most of the benefits for I am small only really come up after taking a good amount of them. But that's fine. Every single or every little bit counts, honestly, in terms of making a difference. I was going to mention something, but again, that's just gonna be jinxing myself, so I'm just gonna shut up and just get through this boss fight just like a normal person, not thinking of taking damage. Because obviously there is no odds, of course, that I am in a position where I can be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be taking damage throughout this fight, so I can just keep Sora and get W, and we did it! But we didn't get this W, which is not surprising at this point. Not gonna lie though, this kind of puts us in a bad position now, because I was kind of hoping for being able to get full invincibility, but that's not gonna happen this time. But again, or not again, more like in general, that's fine. I can live with this. Again, we got 9 lives. Okay, we don't have the best damage, but we have enough DPS, I guess. I have no idea what this pill is, but I feel like I'm gonna regret it.
Are you a wizard?
Let's not talk about this. First time I'm falling into all those hole traps in a long time too. Which actually took me a little bit by surprise. But I guess we really don't have enough movement speed for me to be feeling like I'm not gonna be hit, not gonna be trapped by one of them, so. I'm pretty sure I should be at 2 hearts at this point. 1 regular heart and 1 soul heart, unless I'm forgetting something. Actually, yeah, we might be at single heart right now, and just like one-hittable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are actually. No, we most definitely are, and we got another black room, which is just not helping me at this point. There is almost no items, unless we count the chest, which we're going to right now. Honestly, we don't have much to this round left, so we're gonna get through it. Shouldn't be too bad. Blue candle. Alright, I kind of moved there very, very horribly. I could have easily gotten hit there. It's possible that all my fly orbitals and such protected me from actually getting hit from horrible movement. And honestly, I'm mostly appreciative of Blue Candle here, because it's pretty much the thing that's keeping us alive here. And Isaac just decides to spawn on top of me because, yes, I'm actually not gonna pick up the black heart right now because I wanna be able to proc. Like, I'm not going to intentionally die just to proc Monkey Paw here. Wait. Did it? Yes, that did just happen, so thank you, Jawbone. You almost guaranteed like made me not want to pick you up in the future, because I did not want to take that black heart yet. I wanted to be able to, if I died multiple times in here, then I would have been able to get more than one. Yeah, this very slowly going down the drain. But for these times, all you gotta do is focus and just not let anything get in my way to actually get this done. Jawbone, with that move, you might as well gotten yourself just banned from me ever picking you up again, honestly. And you did this to yourself, man. Well, at least we get to the Isaac Cloud without much casualties. And on 42 minutes, we finally get to the chest, which, as you can see, is not very impactful. I mean, I guess I could take, say, Terrius for the speed up, and we might as well touch both of these, and then Black Rune. So yeah, I guess that's at least something. Well, at least now I'm even more so glad that I ended up taking Monkey's Paw, because Let's try that again, game. I'm even more glad that I picked the monkey's paw, because that is a decently big factor as to us surviving here. I'm pretty sure we've been at low health throughout this, or at least throughout most of this run. We've been eating almost everything here. We've been like, it hasn't even been bare bones. It's not like it hasn't been like the worst run of all time or anything, but it hasn't been amazing either. The way to see it's kind of like we're not much different from how we started, you know, aside from like some very slight differences in how things are. Also, that double lust room was kind of scary, not gonna lie. And I don't want to say this right off the bat, especially because I really don't have any way to confirm this, unless maybe some Isaac, like, genius knows his way around the hitboxes and everything, and goes back to the recording and actually sees how things are. It's possible that the fact that I was so small got me through that the first lust that I killed. Like, I'm pretty sure I would have been hit by him, and I thought I did until I realized that I actually wasn't, which did take me by surprise. And I just noticed this is a dead end, which is great, considering the fact that I just wanted to get to Blue Baby as fast as possible and just end this run. I really don't want to end this very first. I should have probably waited for that Pedro. Yeah, like I just saw the room and I was like, watch me take this, and then this be a Pedro. I pretty much just walked into that. Yeah, these are definitely times that I gotta like hunker down and actually focus, unless I actually want to lose my very first run lose streak, which is not very flattering. Like, I swear I'm better Isaac than this. And we get oh no. Yeah, this is not a very good place to be in. I mean, if I could take care of one, that would help quite a bit. I mean, I would repeat if I could take, okay, thank you. Yeah, double adversary is just kind of scary. Oh, thank you, Mystery Sack, for the soul heart. Definitely appreciate your effort towards our contributions here. And honestly, seeing how little bit of damage that we have, I should honestly be using Blue Candle a lot more than what I am. Like, I really can't rely much on my tier here, you know? Aside from just like using it every time the Blue Candle is not on cooldown. Again, Volcano, which I'm just gonna pop. Yeah, like, I really can't do that much damage. At least not not how I'm standing right now. I can't not take this, you know? It's soul hearts, which is one of the things that we desperately do need. We need help. But this one, like, it's very unlikely that we're gonna be getting anything else. I said I needed help, but I'm not desperate enough to take Lard. Yeah. Volume is kind of inconsequential, and we got the Blue Baby at least. I'm happy for that. And we'll be fighting him with decent enough HP at least, so yeah, now I'm confident enough to be able to say, yeah, this is just done. Like, there's nothing more to be scared about here. This one's pretty much over. So, yeah, with that, that's honestly gonna do it for this first streak, honestly. Like, admittedly, it didn't go as well as like any normal run would go for me. I'm not like the best Isaac player. I'm not like very great in general. I'm more just like, I'm good enough to be able to say that I want to do an Eden streak and actually feel like I could get far enough. But you will see a lot of mistakes from me every now and then. There's still a lot of things that I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't do. I do play kind of risky, not gonna lie. I do go for whack every now and then. Even though whack isn't necessarily the safest or most smart thing to do. But that's fine. At the end of the day, even if it's streak, it's all for fun, you know? So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, things get better as time goes on. Hopefully, I'll get a better way to record these, an actual microphone. Maybe the quality will go up as time goes on, especially with the commentary, because I can't really say that my commentary is the best. But, you know, it's a learning process. I'm still in the beginning phases of it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on the next episode. See you guys.